Kita. Oh.
What's the...
Are we live? Are we live?
Oh, I'm thinking of a Shiba Inu. They're the more well-known-y ones, aren't they? Well-known-y. What kind of bloody words is that?
Live, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3.
Hello, welcome. Oh, you haven't titled this one like challenge card madness or anything.
Well, are we just gonna do challenge card madness, or are we gonna do a bit of like we're gonna do our challenges and challenge card madness?
No, we'll do challenge card madness.
Okay.
That's alright. I'm adding it to the title.
Wait, Abaddon first. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome, White Abaddon. Always a pleasure. Do all the fun stuff. It makes me feel dirty. Pouring us out everywhere. I feel like one of those filthy Facebook spammers. Tell me I'm not Adam. Reassure me.
Yeah, you're not. It's all good.
Thank you. I need reassurance.
I guess I should send you an invite, huh?
I'm not in yet. Hang on. Wow. Did they win an award?
Did they? I haven't seen. I thought that was last night for the Grammy. Let's see.
I can't remember.
That'd be cool if they did.
Oh, I'd love it if he did. I really think he deserves awards for the music in this.
The award show is today. Today's the Grammys.
Oh, okay,
So we'll know today.
Yeah, I'm nearly there, Adam. I'm nearly there. Well, so we've got White Abaddon's been listening to the Rage War reviews we've been doing. And I've been thinking, what if they got Tim to write a trilogy about the Frontier War? Sounds like he could get the scope of the conflict good. That's a good shout, actually. Because the Frontier War hasn't really been coming across in the RPG trilogy at all. Oh, no, is that after? I think that's after. Yeah, so it'd be nice to see another larger scope trilogy or book going off. I'd be quite up for that.
I think the official Aliens Fireteam Elite Socials was mistaken because the Grammy Award show is not this Sunday, it is next Sunday, February 5th.
Fair enough. So we're a little while off knowing.
Yeah. Let me know when you're ready for an invite.
Hang on, last year. I'm coming. Honestly, I'd just really love to see Tim come back regardless at the minute. You know, because how much I've been enjoying going through the Rage War again. It's really been making... I think I'm gonna end up going back and revisiting Out of the Shadows soon as well. Have a revisit with Hoop. Good old Hoop, I miss him. My band says, I think the current books haven't been using the RPG material enough. I think it's a massive missed opportunity to not have a deep voice. Not have deep voice be the third party from Colony War. I admit I haven't finished reading the Ops manual yet. We were just talking before we started about everything we're doing at the minute. So last year was very, very busy release-wise. And I've still got things left I haven't touched yet, unfortunately. I'm joining you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm in with you. Do we know what challenge cards we want to try today, though? Have you seen any particularly?
Let me look.
I've got a bad feeling about this. Enemies move faster and hit harder. They are much more difficult to stumble, and stuns only last half as long. So we've got beautiful butterflies. All xenomorph runners are now spawned as weaker prowlers.
We've done
More
that one.
maintenance since... Oh, we can do it again on this one. Your weapons occasionally become jammed,
Oh, that one sucks.
which disables their abilities, but yeah, until you manually fire. There's the one that spawns the drone.
I can't miss. Aim assist for all weapons is increased by 50%. That'll be interesting. Lightning round. Enemies move 33% faster. Weapons have 3 times as much recoil. Quit screwing around. We gotta do that one. Walking into allies has a chance to knock them over.
God, okay. Yeah, I like the sounds of that one.
Maybe we'll
That'll
start
be a
with
good
that one.
warm-up, actually. That one will be a good warm-up.
Yeah.
Weapon accuracy is severely reduced. That sounds...
Caleb, welcome to
Annoying.
the stream. RPG has tons of backstory on various Marines campaigns. It's great. Yeah, I mean, they've had those little mini scenarios at the end of the books, but I don't know. Have you ever played one of those yet, Aaron, or no?
Not one of those ones, no.
All right, what are our dailies at? Priority 1. Complete any priority 1 mission. So why don't we start with that?
With the stumbles one.
Yeah. We'll do intense difficulty. Which priority 1 mission would you like to do? Just the first?
Yeah, we just start it off nice and easy.
Question is, do I want to be a technician since I only played as technician last time?
This is a rescue mission. You're boarding Katanga, a derelict orbital refinery. Ingress is via the forward air.
Chris Hurley says hi all. Any new rumours on a Prey 2 sequel? I was not a fan of the new design, but the movie was the best movie since Predator 2. Nothing new, unfortunately. Just the last thing we heard was Amber saying she was still interested and pretty much saying that they were talking about it. Is that right? She confirmed they were still talking about it,
I think so, yeah.
which is fine by me. Yeah, in regards to the design, I hate him unmasked, but masked is probably one of my top 3 Predator designs all around. And the film is fucking brilliant anyway.
I came
And you
around.
have that mask.
I came around on the unmasked. I like him unmasked.
I still don't. I don't
think
like
he's
it.
a beautiful boy.
No. I don't think you disliked it as much as I did on.
I
on
was
Hate
just
at First Sight.
unsure about it the first time I saw it. I was like, "Whoa, that's different." But then I think a lot of the fan art and seeing a lot of the concept art of it brought me around. Be like, "Okay, this is another subspecies. This is cool."
Okay. Adam, before we run away, let's see. Oh. It's not doing it.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
there we go.
Do you have to like? Okay. Does it work
So
on
it's-
alpha? Yes. Okay.
Yeah. I think we may have fun there. Oh no, he dodged. Okay.
I need more of this game. Please announce season
Yeah,
2.
but more chaos. Not more chaos. More content, please. Caleb says, I think he looks way better masked. White Baden says, at first I didn't hate the unmasked feral hat. After seeing them side by side with Wolf, I can see why people hate them. But I'm still a bit indifferent to them. See, I absolutely fucking love him mask. I think he's phenomenal. That bone mask is just how rude. That bone mask is just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm super jealous of you having the
Oh,
having that legs 3D print.
yeah, they do really good work.
Yeah, legs is brilliant.
Yeah, I did some photos for them that I posted in the forum.
Yeah, you popped them on the socials as well, didn't you? That looks with the red light.
Just one of them on the socials, but the whole photo shoot's in the forum.
So did it actually come with the LEDs? Did they put them in there?
Yeah, I think it's like clear plastic 3D printed that they painted, and that makes like the red LEDs kind of shine through it.
But the mask came with the LEDs.
Or clear resin. Yeah, it came with the LEDs.
That's cool. I wish shipping from the US wasn't so much. I'd love to have something done by them.
Yeah.
Chris Hurley says, I wish they could do a TV Pred series. It's a shame Netflix anime will never see the light of day. Yeah, it really is, because I think Predator could work very well as an anthology type thing anyway. You know, the main line is... The main films are basically anthologies. And that's all the expanded universe has ever really been. So, there's potential for that to work really well. Especially as an... I think Predator would work great as an anime anyway. Full stop, you know, it's just so stylized. I do think it's a giant crime that we'll never see that Netflix anime, though.
Who knows?
Really do.
Who knows? Maybe we'll see it. Maybe it'll be leaked. I mean, eventually NDA is going to run out, right?
Yeah, true. Maybe we'll get some concept art. I need to sort through what we've got on that anyway. Did you see the artwork for that new piece that I'm working on?
Yeah, I saw it in progress and you requested some edits. It was looking good though.
Version?
No, I'll have to check that out. But that'll be a good piece. I'm excited for that post and video, because that would be good.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
Ah,
No, I think Declan did a fantastic job. But then again, Declan always does a fantastic job.
yeah, we've both used him plenty. Well, really, I've only commissioned him once for like an Alien Day thing, but you've used him a lot for the videos.
Yeah, I just love Declan. And he, of course, had the a piece in the art book. The printed by Blood one.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Caleb says, need to organise a storming of the Fox offices to get it. What do you reckon? Will that work?
Yeah, let's let's plan an infiltration.
White Baden says, I want to know what the animation style looks like. Yeah, that's something I'm really curious about as well. You know, it's one thing to say, yeah, AVP and Predator's stylized enough to make a good anime, but you know, half of the charm of that is knowing what the style would have been. We're screwing around.
My ammo's low.
Chris Hurley says, I have a feeling that the art design would have been similar to Castlevania. Because Netflix produced the Castlevania one, didn't it?
They did, yes. But there's a lot of different anime styles on Netflix. Maybe. Maybe not.
You know, it's little bits of... Are we supposed to be a new squad on the ship? I can't remember.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, I thought we killed it.
And you mean here? New squad in here?
New squad on the Endeavour. Was it in the lore that we were supposed to be a new squad on the Endeavour?
I think so. Because, I mean, the initial dialogue is like, welcome to the Marines kind of thing, right?
You'd think it'd be a special forces unit though.
We are. We're a new special forces unit. We are the elite fire team. That's why they're only sending 3 of us.
Might have to do a completely fresh replay at some point soon.
Well, we still have not tried that, like, permadeath mode.
No, that's true. I haven't. That one might be nice to get.
Oh, hey. Hey, buddy. Oh, damn. Not seeing him.
Can't have them knocking around.
Never seen so much acid in one
Goodbye.
Where did these come from?
I think one of the challenges is working Joes, which the stationary ones here still count.
Well, as to
Just
reduce the data,
FYI.
you can get some power up.
Oh,
Dynamo
it says
just
maintenance
ahead.
since.
I hear the box.
Sorry, I was just checking the menu then. Wolf says, imagine OG Madhouse Death Note style AVP anime.
Somebody take the gear.
Then
I haven't
cool.
watched Death Note in ages.
I have not
Did
seen
you ever
it.
watch the anime?
Mm-mm.
I enjoyed it. I read the manga as well. Quite enjoyed those. I was one of those kids who actually got one of the replica Death Notes as well, because of course you did. I actually watched the Netflix one recently. I hadn't gotten around to watching it.
Wasn't it, like, bad? Or was it good?
It was not as bad as I was expecting, but it still wasn't. It still wasn't quite as good as the originals. Oh, you've gone Gunner. Okay.
No, I've gone Demolisher.
Oh, Demolish it. Yeah, sorry.
Demolisher was like my OG class. Although, we seem to have gotten our groove with the recon technician and gunner. Is that what we've been doing? With the
Yeah,
Uber hard?
basically. That's been working pretty well.
Yeah. Because you kind of need both technician and recon.
You do. You need that free
insane.
permanent. You need that free permanent turret.
Well, if you run out of ammo, you're screwed, and that's the main reason you need recon.
Yeah.
But yeah, the turret draws them away from you, and the charge coils slow them. So without those, I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's YouTube videos of people just playing through Insane on their own. But as far as us doing it, kind of seems like those two are required classes.
Yeah. It seems relatively simple to mod the stats in this, though, to make it possible to do the ridiculous playthroughs. Which is nice, I guess, but I'd always rather be able to generate content. Like, if they did a scenario maker for the game, that'd be amazing. Just put together from prefabs.
Yeah, if it was like Doom Snap Map or something.
Yes.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
I always think more of the Time Crisis editor when I think of that kind of stuff.
Time Crisis.
Not Time Crisis, Time Splitters.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I love those Time Splitters games. You know, you can get those on Xbox. The backwards compatibility is
Yeah.
pretty good.
I only ever played number 2. I never
Oh,
played
the
any
next
of
one
the
was the best. Future Perfect was the best.
I just had, as a kid, I had so much fun on that map maker and filling it in with bots and.
Yeah, I remember I did the Hive from the first Resident Evil movie. I did a
Of
map
course you
on
did.
that.
I just used to like doing the UFO UFO sort of aesthetic that they had in that game. Bag 'em and tag 'em. I've already nearly run out of heavy force rifle rounds. Where's Chris? Where's the ammo?
By the way, folks watching, is this a good, like, our voices to game volume level? Or is the game too quiet? Do I need to boost the game volume? Oh, you got them all.
I do love that particle lance.
Lancer is a great class. Do you think the game needs any more classes, or should they just focus on other things now completely?
At this point, I'd rather they just focus on still weapons. I think still weapons.
Yeah, definitely more
But
weapons.
I just want more maps.
Oh
I
my
want
God.
more missions.
Sounds good to me. Oh, good.
What about you? Do you want
Calum
more
says
classes?
the stream in general has been quiet for me. I have to turn the volume up each week. I try and get the levels right in Streamlabs, but I can try boosting the game audio just a little bit. I don't want it to overtake us too much. Oh. Oh dear.
It says I had such lofty goals for creating all sorts of maps when I downloaded Valve Hammer back in the day. Ended up making one room and that was it. What was Valve Hammer? I don't remember that. I wish I'd have got more into map making in the AVP 2 days when there was more people around to ask.
Yeah, with that you needed more like modding technical skill though. It wasn't like you didn't have like a built-in map editor.
I will sit down and actually go through Unity one day or Unreal and make my William Gibson's Alien 3 thing that I want to do. Or my remake of the first level of Alien Trilogy. They're like the only goals I've really got when it comes to making some fan content.
Oh dude, like a full remake of Alien Trilogy? Well,
No,
not a
just-
remake,
Just
but
just the first mission,
like
to start me off.
I know, but you just got me thinking, like, if you had a remaster where it played the same but the graphics were really good and it still felt super retro with the same music, that would be awesome.
Yeah. When I do actually get around to starting to learn it, that's going to be my main goal, is recreate the first mission before I crack on and do other stuff.
Yeah, I remember
Like-
this one YouTube video of someone who recreated the first AVP classic mission.
Yes, in Unreal, weren't it? It
Yeah.
didn't. I think they got foxed.
Yeah. It was that
I
good.
can't remember when about. Well, it must have been about when they were getting ready to release something, because things only normally get foxed when they're working on something similar that's official.
Hmm.
I can't remember what it would have been. Helium says it was Valve's free level editing software that came with Half-Life and later as a downloadable thing. The first Half-Life.
Somebody actually paid for safety rails. Got some big internal leaks. Never a good sign in space.
Oh, that wasn't a good shot with the lance. Okay, yeah, the original. I never did really get into Half-Life back in the day. I've revisited it recently. I actually completed it for the first time ever.
Yeah, I've never played through them. I've played a bit of 2 and a bit of the original, but I never beat them.
Entrance on the far side.
I went through it all
There. You still good, Marines?
some point last year.
Nice.
I was like, it wasn't quite the same experience as I imagine it would have been back then.
Well, did you play the fan remake that was like officially sanctioned? The
No, it
Black
was
Mesa?
one of the no, it was one of the Steam packs that I was gifted a long time ago, actually. You remember Taylor, don't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Adam.
gifted it me for a birthday a long time ago. Yeah, you're American, Adam. He's English, Adam.
Yeah, you got to try the Black Mesa, the fan remake. It's really good. It was like so good that Valve was like, "Okay, we officially like approve of this, and we'll
Well,
help you with it."
they've always been quite good with the community like that, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
Because
That's why they're so successful with Steam.
Counter-Strike was, Counter-Strike was a fan thing, wasn't it, to start with?
Yes, it was. It was a mod. God damn it, Alpha! I mean, gosh darn it, YouTube. Hee hee.
White Baden says they're currently playing Half-Life on the PlayStation 2. Surprisingly playable.
Nice. I think
If
that's
you
what I
know,
rented
there
the
was a PS2
original
port
on.
for it.
Yeah, there was. I don't know if it was ever on Dreamcast. I don't think it was. I think it was only PS2.
Yeah, I never got to play it. I always meant to hunt it down, but you know I'm a big Star Trek fan. They did a version of the FPS Elite Force on the PlayStation 2,
Mm-hmm.
and it was one I never got around to tracking down.
So it wasn't like a direct port. It was like a different kind of port.
You know what? I can't even remember. I replayed that a couple of years ago, actually. The first one, not the second one.
I just got them on Good Old Games. I haven't played them yet. Elite Force 1 and 2.
Man, I spent so much of how old would I have been? I think I'd have been about 10 years old when Elite Force came out. You know, just battling through the Borgs. And I think you could play against bots in that as well, so that was always...
But yeah, because it had multiplayer.
We need
didn't
more
it?
yeah, we need more bots in our multiplayer again, guys.
Definitely. Just like the old Quake 3 days.
I was always more of an Unreal Tournament
I liked them both.
kind of guy.
I liked them both, but I was always a Quake guy. The
Although
new
Quake 2 was the first serious game I ever completed.
Well, Quake is kind of a weird series because you have these games that are way more multiplayer centric, like Quake 3 was almost completely multiplayer centric. But then the original Quake and Quake 2, while they had multiplayer, they were much more single player focused. Same with Quake 4. Quake 4 was very much kind of on the footsteps of Doom 3.
Wasn't that a
kind
sequel
of
to
vibe.
2?
Yes, Quake 4 is a sequel to 2. It's really good. But currently you have Quake Champions, which is kind of like a modern Quake 3 arena, just with extra player abilities. And it's really good, honestly. I wish more people would play it. But it has a small but dedicated player base, so they keep updating it, adding new maps here and there, but it doesn't have the player base it deserves. God damn it, Ava.
He's always in the way. Did we end up doing this bit okay in the insane playthrough?
I can't remember. I think so.
Because I was just thinking now, you know, remember when this used to be mega hard?
Yeah.
No. Oh, I'm down.
Sorry, I'm getting greedy
He
here.
he
I
cornered
want 'em
me.
all dead.
Caleb says, I never got to finish the original Half-Life. I got to Zen, and that just sucked compared to everything that came before it. Yeah, I didn't really enjoy the boss battle in Half-Life, I must be honest. And the Zen... Well, no, some of the puzzles were interesting enough, but...
Sidearm damage is increased by 200%. That'll be a fun one.
Okay, we'll give that one a go. So I do think... Didn't Half-Life come out around the time Classic did and sort of blew it out of the water because Half-Life was the big shift to narrative playing video gaming.
Mm-hmm.
And there's AVP Classic with its 3 little mini campaigns with no real storyline going on.
Well, it was like a background storyline, but yeah, it was not told, but by Half-Life standards.
I loved Classic. End of the day, even if it wasn't narratively strong like 2 ended up being, just the tension in the atmosphere and actually them taking that concept one step further with the with the real different mechanics of the species. That was fantastic.
Sizzy Bubbles, welcome to the stream, asks, playing on normal? We are playing on intense, so the lowest hard difficulty, because we're just having some fun with the challenge cards and doing the dailies.
I'm ready when you are.
You know, I love this laser gun, like this heavy laser that's on the mount.
Halley something.
Yeah, this game finally gave us like mainstream laser guns and plasma guns in Alien, and now we have lightsabers in Alien thanks to the comics.
Oh god. Ugh. Have you started catching up in
a little bit, yeah, but that was funny.
Caleb says, I never got tired of spear pinning Marines' heads to walls as Predators in Classic. It was so much fun. My memories of that game are being too fucking scared to do anything. You know, I remember the 3rd mission of the Marine campaign where you get inside the atmosphere processor and you start in the APC. And for a long time, I'd boot up the mission and I'd try and get the nerve to go further, and I'd just end up sat inside the APC, not daring to go anywhere, and just dealing with the aliens as they came to us one by one.
I know the mission you're talking about, yeah.
And it was the same for like the Predator missions as well. I used to play the Predator thinking, oh, it'll be fine. It won't be as scary because I can just go on the vision mode and then I'll be able to see the aliens coming from miles away and it'll be fine. It'll be okay.
The game was spooky. For its time.
Which one are we doing for this one?
That's a good question. We better make a decision here. Let's do...
How about Beautiful Butterfly?
Okay, yeah, let's do that. I wonder if that'll count since it... Oh, no, it won't. That's okay. Just do it.
White Baden says the Predator belly laugh in AVP2 when you get their headshot with the spear gun is without doubt one of
the
very best choice.
Especially when you get like multiple kills where you like hit one, the others will come to investigate and you'll get them, and he'll just keep cracking up as like he's racking up these heads speared to the wall.
I can completely see it as well.
I got my Alpha Tech weapons. Are there any other manufacturers that they've missed? Alien Universe weapon manufacturers.
I don't know, because I think the manufacturers are a bit more deep cut. But there are a bunch of random weapons that I'd just love to see them do. Although to be fair, it's mostly the sonic cannon I'm obsessed with. I'm gonna have a revisit of the omnibus soon, I think. Because I spend so much time doing my reading as prep for articles and stuff. Sometimes you don't get a chance to just like sit down and just enjoy it and chill.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to another session of chill reading, should we say? I guess. I had a weekend of it with Volume 2, which was nice.
Oh.
Because like there were some shorts in that I didn't remember very well. Like the thing with the nightmare entertainment. I thought that was brilliant.
And which one again?
Volume 2. It was shorts about nightmares being recorded as entertainment, and they were like doing like a holodecky kind of thing, but with dreams. And it was like about the aliens and stuff like that, and it was a really good one.
Oh, what was it called again?
I'm gonna have to find it for you.
Oh my god, there's a lot of prowlers here.
No, Caleb doesn't have them, does he? That got a bit chaotic, actually. I think we might want to not be so cocky. Don't relax just yet, Marines. Ah, damn it. Good job I got my ape suit on so I could withstand that.
Clear. I get the feeling Rodriguez is just dying to meet us.
Horror Show is what that story was called.
You said it's in the Marvel Omnibus Volume 2?
Yes, the first one in Volume 2. I really did not remember that one.
Caleb says, at some point you need to do one that makes the visuals look like aliens' headcams. Yeah, they have, like, some of the other filters. It would be cool to get, like, a VHS filter for this game as one of the challenge cards.
I love the headcam stuff. To this day, I'm still like, why has nobody done a found footage alien film when you have like that kind of in-universe reasoning?
Yeah.
Even with like the original Alien as well, you know.
Found footage alien film would be so cool.
I have such a huge soft spot for found footage. I know there's so many absolutely dire ones,
But the good ones are really good.
I think it suited so well.
Sentry line ahead. Watch your approach.
There you go. There's an idea, Adam.
They like disappeared. Interesting.
I need some ammo.
How's that?
And this gun is not good. Maybe it's just because it's not upgraded.
Oh, I'm gonna get down soon. These prowlers have just been nailing me. White Band says, I would like to see a good boy find their way into Fireteam Elite, maybe for the next character class. Yes, that I would be all aboard as well. Ugh. I would love to see a good boy in this. Caleb says, I think in general that type of horror film is just gone out of fashion now. White Band says, found footage alien film from the perspective of a group of survivors from a border bombing. The Black Goo bombing, yeah. I mean, even like the Earth Hive stuff, you know, that sets up that kind of thing, you know, with like the recordings where Newt or Billy, whatever, are watching the broadcasts from Spears' base.
I need to get back. I'm completely out of ammo.
Yeah, me too.
Big
Thankfully, there's an ammo box right up here. And
We've
health.
got to get there first.
Fireteam, let's grab that
Leave us alone, let us just ammo up. There we go. Is there a genre or a sort of template you'd be really interested in seeing used for an Alien film?
I mean, I do really like found footage idea, but I don't know. Maybe an action comedy. Maybe try like what they did with the
No.
Predator, but with Alien.
But the Predator sucked.
I guess they kind of already did that with Resurrection, right? But
Yeah. And that was entirely unintentional. Adam, why would you
it was a joke. I wasn't being serious. I would say
never know
like
you.
one of those realistic CG anime films, kind of like we got with Starship
like-
Troopers and the Resident Evil
Yes.
films. So show me Blomkamp's Alien 5, but with that, since it'll never happen otherwise.
More sins! Back up for the heavy!
But if they're sinking all that money into it, I think I'd rather have not Blomkamp's concept.
Maybe Vincent Ward's. I don't know.
No, just like something new. I'm not convinced with what we know of Blomkamp stuff, so I'll quite happily see it as a comic. You know, I'll quite happily have an exploration of it in there. But if they're gonna put all that money into, you know, like a Starship Troopers CG film, I want it to be something that's intentionally done to be good. Oh god. I'm down.
I'm working on it.
I feel like all these prowlers was a bad idea. But I do agree with you. I'd love to see that that done. And that's exactly something I've wanted to see for a long time.
Area secured. How many of these fuckers are down here?
Starship Troopers just gets all the kind of stuff that I think would suit Alien.
Mm-hmm.
Like even that OVA that they did in the 80s, you know, I'd love to see something where, you know, it's just anime, but
Man, the new Dead Space is like really good. I played a lot of it last night, and yeah, it is awesome.
Right side, Sierra's advanced.
yeah, I've been seeing nothing but good reviews for it. I think I'll have to grab it.
It does not have the frustrations of Callisto Protocol.
Oh, I hate that game so much.
I don't hate it. I liked Callisto Protocol, but I didn't love it. It had its problems, but I love Dead Space. Dead Space is so good.
I just really found Callisto Protocol frustrating to play.
Yeah, there was a lot of cheap kills in Callisto Protocol.
I really enjoyed the cinematic kind of deaths, though. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, Dead Space has got a lot of those as well. A lot of good ones. Oh, I'm gonna go down here.
Books Cap says, take the show Severance and replace the company Lumen with Wayland Yutani and do a lo-fi workplace drama thriller. I've not seen Severance, have you?
I've heard of it.
I don't understand the reference. Honestly, I think I'd like to see Seegson or some other company take a bit more prominence in a live action thing or a film or a moving images
Well,
thing soon.
Yeah, agreed. We're about to have a new company though.
True. Prodigy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Hopefully they actually start filming that soon after the movie.
Mm.
I'll be curious
Do
to
hope
see
they
if they.
change the names though.
Oh, I bet they will. I bet they will.
I hope so. They've got to be placeholders. AJ Green Machine, what's up? Gilliam says, we'll be lucky if any new live action stuff acknowledges anything at all from the EU. Yeah, I know, mate, I know. A boy can dream. It'd just be nice for the live action stuff
shit.
to
I'm down.
do something different rather than Wayland Yutani. And no, I don't count the USM in. Fluxcap says Severance is about people indoctrinated into a company's cult-like values. You could swap, yeah. Could swap in any company. No, that does sound very very apt for the corporate world of Alien. Oh. Who's in Severance?
You got me.
Oh, I guess that was more a question to Fluxcap than you.
Yeah.
All sentries down.
Caleb says, oh yeah, those names, protagonist or boy genius or whatever. Boy Cavalier, I believe it was.
Yep. But I mean, those could be a placeholder. We don't know.
I hope so. I really do.
Be curious to see if the movie starts on time of filming, and if
Yeah,
they
it
do
should be
like
soon,
a
shouldn't it?
post on it or something. Yeah. Oh my God, so
I don't-
many.
I really don't expect to hear much. Oh, I'm down. I really don't expect to hear much, but we didn't really with Prey.
Damn.
Fluxcap says Adam Scott's in it. That, you know what? I'm sold just on that. I love Adam Scott. Though he will always be the defiant helmsman to me.
Well, at least I ranked up my weapon a little bit.
I can always remember him from First Contact. Sir, it's the Enterprise.
Thank you, Sissy. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Not for respect for failure. If we got the exploding acidy ones, that might be funny.
Oh boy. Well, if we're doing that, we got to do it on normal difficulty.
To be fair, maybe we should just do it on normal if we're doing crazy stuff anyway.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay.
I'm trying to see if I've got it. I don't know if I have. Or we could do one of the cam ones that was... There's the tactical cam one or the cam noir. I think I've got them both.
I'm gonna grab a drink real fast. 2 minutes for me. Keep these folks entertained, will you?
I will certainly try. How's everybody doing out there then? You all ready for the end of Marvel's third Alien arc? It shouldn't be too long. I do think it got better. I think Arc 3 was better. But I'm quite excited for that change in creative team. really looking forward to seeing how that comes about. The visuals in that one are quite interesting anyway, you know, this ice planet. Which is Thing vibes, I guess, or AVP movie vibes, but no, I'm really curious to see how that one turns out. Scap says, I feel every arc got better, interested to see how it ends. I'm curious as to if it's going to tie up the other arcs, because there was things left over from Bloodlines and can't remember what the second arc was called. Bloodlines and whatever arc 2 was, you know, were left hanging. There were things that frustrated me, but I was like, perhaps this is sequel bait, and I don't know if it's all going to get wrapped up in this, in arc 3. So I'm curious. I have been liking it better, and a lot of that is also to do with the artist changing, but we'll see. White Baden says, is it usual for teams to keep getting changed around this frequently? Perhaps not as much on like the big ones like Spidey and stuff like that, but I mean, artists change very frequently on Marvel's things. And let's be honest, basically what they're doing here is they're just doing the Dark Horse kind of thing of a limited series. Granted, Marvel's giving them 6 issues rather than 4, but a limited series with one creative team and then moving on to the next. They should stop this calling it Aliens thing and just go back to what Dark Horse was doing with, you know, being Aliens Revival or Aliens Bloodlines.
Okay, back.
I'm doing it that way, because then it's less confusing from a collecting point of view.
The big one, Fireteam. The Katanga Xeno hive must be destroyed.
Yeah, that's a fair point, Footscap. The
Explosions.
Sill creature is on there.
Break the refinery for self-destruct. You'll follow and keep their path to safety open.
I'm curious to see how the woman in the dark thing ends up, because unlike Adam, I was actually really into that sort of thing.
Well, in
the
first arc, no, I was never fully opposed to it. I was just kind of opposed to like the whole she was just a metaphor for what the meaning of the aliens is or whatever in the first arc. But if we're talking just like a biomechanical lady kind of thing, like I'm not opposed to that concept in general.
Good. I'm really curious to see if they tie it all together.
But that's the difference between the first arc and this one, right? This one, there is an actual, like, xenomorph lady. Whereas in the first arc, it was like a hallucination thing.
Yeah, but didn't you... I found it interesting, this idea of him tapping into their sort of hive consciousness in his dreams, which is what I more interpreted it as. That's an element of the aliens that I find really interesting. You know, the hive consciousness, the genetic memory, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It was one of the things I did find interesting about that first Marvel comic is that, you know, they could surgically remove it from Gabriel, but he was still kind of linked to them from that experience.
Which I think is pretty unique to that series. I don't remember any of the others doing that. Unless it's some random 1 or 2 part storyline. Above. No, I want to back up from that corner. Oh, I finally got my Predator storage box the other day.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I really hope AVP launches this year. It's about time.
Oh. Yeah, it really is. I mean, they haven't even announced any omnibuses, omnibuy, and I don't understand the waiting there. I guess. Well, I suppose maybe it's one of those things they'll do once they've finished Predator.
Yeah.
You know, Alien's nearly finished.
Giving it room to breathe, I guess.
Yeah. Richard says, well, wasn't Ripley 8 still linked to the aliens once it was removed from here? But that was a bit of a different situation, because with Gabriel, it was just a case of he was a host. With Ripley 8, she was genetically sort of mingled because of the cloning. Yeah, yes, but it was a different setup. And I love Ripley 8 as a character. You know, I know she's not Ripley. But I find her really fascinating.
Well, she's not, but she kind of is too, because I felt like by the time Resurrection was ending, when she had kind of decided, hey, I'm gonna be a human here,
yeah,
she kind of had those mannerisms and that attitude. But at the same time, it was distinct from how Ripley was in all the other films. It was much more kind of lighthearted and playful.
I do think, you know, that is a criticism we see from some people about the film. You know, she's not Ripley, and it's like, well, yeah, she's not meant to be, is she? That's the thing. Even if there are some similarities, end of the day, she isn't. She isn't Ripley, nor is she intended to be. She's an entirely different person.
Richard says she did seem better at basketball.
To be fair, we never saw the old Ripley play basketball, so...
That's true.
You know me, I'm one of those try to look on the bright side kind of people, so when I do watch Resurrection, I do sort of focus on the things I like, and she is definitely one of them.
Yeah. Resurrection just grew on me a lot through the years. I didn't like it when I first saw it, but I really do like it now.
I never hated it, but it is undoubtedly an inappropriate film that could have been far better. Like, I really enjoyed the novelization. You know, I like it a lot better without, you know, Janae's style and the acting choices that are made in it. I mean, it's still not perfect by any stretch, but Resurrection will always be one of those films that's very interesting to me because it's the entire opposite of Alien 3. And Alien, you know, where it's these incredibly talented people that are put together and generally left to it by the studio. You know, Fox just left them to it. And then you end up with this crazy mishmash of a film of tone and genre that just doesn't work. But there's a lot of really good ideas buried in that film.
Although if you actually go back and look at the reviews for Resurrection when it first came out, a lot of them were like, well, at least it's a step up from Alien 3.
I've never read any of the old one reviews for it, actually. That's hilarious. Although it is always funny going back and reading those old reviews and old articles. I get a real kick out of reading the Aliens magazines and reading the comics and seeing the writings and the news columns kind of stuff from those times.
Yeah, definitely.
Did I tell you I ended up buying a massive collection of the volume 2 of the Aliens magazine? I can't remember.
Yeah, that was like, I think it was only in the UK. That was like a compilation of Dark Horse stuff, right?
Yeah, but then you also had things like articles that would become the tech manual. I believe that's where those things started.
Mm.
And then, but you also got like the writing stuff. You also had interviews, random sort of like little pieces. There was a timeline of the development of Alien 3 in one of them. All sorts of stuff like that. So it was more than just. At least Volume 2 was. Volume 1 was essentially a recollection of the comics. But Volume 2 had all these extra interesting bits and pieces.
Mm.
Which is why I specifically hunted down Volume 2. I didn't bother looking for Volume 1.
Yeah, you should do a little video on that. Just I'd be curious about it.
Well, there's lots to it. There's lots of them.
Almost to the next line covering blue fire team. I'm checking the guns. Sentry guns are dry on the outline.
But like, I've used them in the past for various bits. You know, things like Roland Emmerich being involved in, you know, the AVP film. That was in there. And that's been mentioned in old pieces I've done. Like I always tell you, I have so much fun doing prep and research for things we do. It involves a lot of discovery. Or remembrance. Where are you? Where are you?
There he is. Okay.
Oh, damn it. Damn it. Have you ever read like the old collector's magazines for Alien and Aliens? They're fascinating as well.
I have not.
You know, there was an article in the Alien one where it was talking about potential sequels that were being discussed as well. You know, I did a piece on that a long time ago, where it talked about things like a prequel or a TV. No, the TV show was from a different thing, but yeah, like a prequel. Or there was one where LV-426 explodes and sends eggs flying into space.
That would be weird.
All sorts of random stuff like that. How legit some of it was, I couldn't tell you, but it was in an officially published magazine.
Lapping fresh ammo cases.
There's an Alien 3 one that I'm going to buy actually when we have a break here that's been in my watch list for too long. There was a bunch of interviews and stuff from the Alien 3 times.
Here they come.
They're here. Wait, no, that's wrong franchise.
I've never seen that movie. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Or no, that was.
It's Poltergeist, I think.
That's right. Yeah.
I've seen the remake and the original. I enjoyed them well enough. I never watched Poltergeist 2, which I think was the one that Giga worked on.
I heard the Poltergeist remake was bad.
But most remakes are. It was okay. There's very few movies that I think are, well, mostly because I don't watch them all.
So,
Offensively bad.
like The Thing. The Thing was a good remake, if you can even consider it a remake. Or another one I really liked was RoboCop. I thought the RoboCop remake was quite good.
I wasn't that keen on that. To be fair, I actually think about it, I wasn't that keen on the Total Recall remake either.
Oh, I liked that one quite a bit.
The only thing I liked about that was that they were using the Chris Vectors in it. That's about it. I had started to read the short story when I was in my teens, but I don't think I ever finished it. Same with Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep? I never finished that one either as a kid, but I've not tried them again as an adult. Man, it's just...
Ah! Oh,
This ship should be in pieces.
I'm about to go down here.
Armored spot incoming.
Come on, Alpha. Oh no.
Oh no, 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 leave me alone. Ah! I've got you, Alpha. I hope we get some figures of Alpha and Beta before NECA give up the ghost.
I hope so too, but I wouldn't bet on it.
Richard says, I remember reading a TV magazine 20 years ago reviewing Alien 3. And some respected UK review, I can't remember who, noted it a return to the original form after the action nonsense of Aliens. That's brilliant. Brett Moore, hello gents, welcome to the stream, Brett.
Yes, welcome.
And Caleb says, here's Robert. He's a cop. He's Robert Cop. Caleb with the dad jokes all the time.
He has his good dad jokes.
All the time. Well, how did you enjoy the RPG session the other day, by the way?
Yeah, that was fun. It's going pretty well. Caleb and I were talking about it a little bit, and it seems like sometimes you just have to kind of take the initiative and be like, "Well, I'm going here."
Yeah.
Like when when the indecision sets in, and everyone's like, "I think we should do this. I think we should do this."
Well, you doing that. Well, I'm going in here. I think wasn't so much about indecision as it was. Adam has an objective to complete. Aaron gave a reason as to why not to do it. You are a bit too over it sometimes, though.
Hey, I got my story point.
I don't know if I did actually.
At least I would assume I did.
Oh yeah, we haven't called him out yet, have we? I think I will have done, but I don't think my character was terribly had terribly much to do objective wise. But it's nice to be playing again. Although it sucks I was all colded up.
Yeah.
So I was a little out of it.
You feeling better now then?
Yes, I'm on the back end of it.
That's good. That's good.
I hate being ill.
It does suck.
It's alright, it could have been worse. It could have been black goo. He's down. Ah. Caleb says it was awesome. Definitely really glad to be back in the swing of things again with that. Yeah, for sure. I hope we can go through and do the ops manual ones as well at some point.
I would be curious to try one of the scenarios in at the end of the books, but I don't know how much they really give you. I think a GM would still have to develop it quite a bit because they just like give you the basics of the story, but I don't think.
Well, Chris has got the first one. I have to ask him if he'd be interested. I'm sure he would be. I'd like to start doing it again, to be fair, as in GMing again. I had a lot of fun when I did it. Just one of those things, isn't it? We have so much going on.
Yeah.
How thin can you stretch yourselves there?
I know the recording kind of cut off in the last one, but maybe you could do like highlights of the game since it's like super long anyway, you know.
Oh, that's gonna be. We need to start slow again. Like I might be like, let's do last day, and I'll lead it. I'll GM it and start from there, and upload like the entire scenarios. Because I think Streamlabs will work well for it. I think with that was proved. And I was happy just using it as a practice run, to be fair. At least in terms of us recording. So, but yeah, I mean that's definitely something I want to do is get some playthroughs on the channel.
Why is the facehugger going after Alpha?
That's how they get the biomechanical elements of the alien, remember? When David gets face hugged.
At least it would have.
Fucking
Before Fox
I swear,
was like, maybe we quit while we're
Yeah.
behind here.
Well, if you remember, that was going to be a thing in Alien Echo,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm so glad they did not do.
I think the Fade movie will be well served if it just has 0 prequel elements.
Oh, yeah. Yes. I hope it's just entirely standalone.
Keep tight. Don't let them catch nobody alone.
See, Caleb's up for doing the RPG ones and doing the Ops Manual ones. Maybe we should just live stream them.
That could be cool.
Rather than try. Well, it then gets annoying because then you want breaks in between
Yeah.
because it's a good few hours.
Mm-hmm.
Lock this shithole down. Esther, you're in charge now.
But I'm still so glad the game came out. I think it's been one of the best. One of the best releases of recent years for us for Alien.
Yeah, I agree.
Nomad Clan joins us. Hello, welcome Nomad.
Yes, welcome to the stream.
Been enjoying seeing you posting lots on the Discord. It's been nice. Yeah, we don't have to play this one as intense, do we? I was getting ready to go and set up the kill box.
I also did watch your Predator Hunting Grounds 2nd year anniversary video. That was good. Went through all the main releases the game had. Uh-oh.
We got you. We got you. Uh-oh.
That was a lot of acid for Alpha there.
That was a lot. Well, I'm glad he took it and not us. Yeah. That's one of the things I've been liking about the Rage War is all the acid, all the acid deaths. The Marines have been inflicted with.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain things about the aliens that I think don't get used enough. You know, the acid, the tail. And so it's been nice. It's been nice to see those in this particular series that we're reading.
Oh,
it's
I'm in trouble.
Probably one of my favourite bits of Requiem, to be honest. You know, is when Dale gets absolutely wrecked
Yeah.
with the acid.
It's always an interesting moment because Wolf looks down and I'm like, oh, sorry, bro. I know how that be. Thankfully, it didn't kill me like it's killing you, though.
I hope with the next Predator film we get another sort of veteran who shows up with scars. You know, you don't really see it in the Predator, but you know, the upgrade had come in with like an artificial mandible. You know, that silver fang.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to see a more prominently scarred Predator in the next one. Nomad says, glad you enjoyed it. As long as people are entertained, that's all that matters. Yep, that is exactly our motto. Well, that's not very fair. I just used my blinking. Didn't matter. He didn't survive it. Have you got your eyes on any merch coming up?
Any what?
Any merchandise?
You know, I was thinking, there's rumor that Haya Toys has lost the license, and before it's too hard to get, I was thinking about getting their APC that they did.
Okay.
I know it's a little pricey, but from what I've seen, it looks really good.
I've got the Prodos Games one, so it's not one I'm terribly too fussed about getting. But I've every time I like try and buy one of their normal figures from like Xavi over here, it's just it just gets my order cancelled.
Yeah, Zavi's pretty hit and miss. I've gotten from them a few times.
Sergeant, I see a very large signal. Size of a goddamn truck.
They have some random stuff as well, like a gold-plated Nostromo ticket.
Yeah,
And I was like, what?
yeah, some of that stuff is like, who is this for?
Not me. Not me. I will try and get one of the higher things though. I mean, I know I haven't really purchased them before, but you know, any time one of the more active merchandise produces loses the license, it's always a little disappointing.
The Nomad Clan says, maybe that's in Prey 2. We will have a Greyback or a much older Golden Angel. I've been hearing theories that Feral might have been a part of the Lost Tribe. Yeah, maybe. Nomad Clan also says, it's going to be a sad day when NECA loses the rights of the Predator figure. Well, I hope their last hurrah with Feral is good, but honestly, I'm ready for new blood. I feel like they've been doing Predator figures since what, 2007. They've done almost any Predator you can think of.
EVPR was when they started. Still have. Well, do I not have more for the Feral War? I've got the EVPR Warrior, and I've got the open mandible version of Chet literally right next to me right now. But they never flipping stand up. Always irritated me.
Yeah, I definitely had problems with NECA's quality control throughout the years, and I stopped collecting them as frequently as I did initially. But the Aliens Fireteam Elite figures have been really good. So
Need to find and order that Mezco alien, big chap.
yeah, I need to as well.
But you got that one on order.
I thought I did too. I think I had an expired card, and so pre-order canceled, but they're still available. I was gonna get it on Big Bad Toy Store.
I need to try and find a UK one who I can grab it from. Because like I'm still obsessed with that Jungle Hunter. I absolutely love it. Do you want to do a drone stalking us one?
Yeah, that's cool. We can do that. Why don't we do it on...
do Promise of a Flower? Do you want to do one of the new ones?
Yeah, let's do that.
Do it on Approach, maybe?
Okay,
That might be.
that sounds good to me.
We've learned that the Xenos from Pala Station
Alright,
are
what's this
attacking an
one?
engineer ruin. Something inside that place is hunting and killing them.
Out of the
Our orders
goddamn
are to
walls.
find out if it's friend or foe.
I guess I'll fully rank up the Thunderbolt first because it's better than the Vajra.
Yeah, I'm trying to get through the Thunderbolt. It's my last heavy to 4-star.
Right, what are we getting? Oh, you already selected? Okay, good.
Yeah.
I want to be clear, Show Party. Anyone who pukes in my bird cleans my bird.
That says, how are we doing today?
That's-
Anyway.
It's been a long week,
Yeah.
and I got a long week ahead of us.
It's been a long year for me. Anyway.
Believe it or not, this AVP stuff is not the only thing we do, as much as I wish it was.
I have given Dr.
Mm.
Oliver a remote probe to control. It will accompany your team. You found
Yeah. The other areas of my life sucked a lot of the energy out of me this month. I'm good. I only got one podcast barely done this month. Does mean I can start on the other thing pretty much. Well, I already have started on the next one straight away, the Predator review.
You realize, Aaron, this means I'll be able to say I finally read the Rage War trilogy,
to talk.
I do. I'm
and
going to
you
be
won't
proud of you.
you won't be able to say I can't believe you haven't read that yet anymore. Those days will be gone.
I'm sure. Well, I'll be able to say it about the South China Sea, won't I?
That's true. Yeah, we really need to do a podcast on that though.
We will do. We will do.
We've done
Thing
a
is,
lot
I
of
think
book
we need-
podcasts.
Well, we've got a huge backlog to get through with comics and stuff.
That's true. During those DH press years, we weren't really doing podcasts. You and Mikey were stumbling around with
Well,
Prometheus
no,
rumors.
the DH press stuff was before the podcasts.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. We do not have 4 players. Echo is just a little drone. I think he's only for. Is he only for this mission?
Yes, is only
Yeah.
for this mission. Where Mr. Honecker lets his opinions be known. And sometimes they're brilliant.
This isn't in great shape.
When he's humming the songs, I
Other
think
times he's asking Esther out on a date.
it's over the live channel. You know?
Nice.
It's like, come on, work, appropriate workplace banter, please.
Engineer carvings.
I wish they put the effort into actually making these spell something. So I was a little disappointed with that.
Yeah, because there is a transcription key, I think, online.
Yes, there is, and like some of the stuff in Covenant makes sense. It's just some variation of Latin-y kind of stuff.
Come here, you.
Which is always fun. Although I've never tried to translate the Prometheus, like that big ass door.
That probably doesn't say anything, honestly.
Well, I mean, the translation key comes from Prometheus anyway, so, you know, they must have put some consideration into it. At the very least. Are you looking forward to Enemy of My Enemy? Because you're all caught up on the Titan trilogy, aren't you?
Yeah. Or the RPG trilogy, as you say it's considered.
Well, I think that's just what Christian from Perfect Organism likes to call it, and it's as good a name as any. I think he's doing a live cast with the Aliens Epilogue guys tonight. I have to try and catch that on repeat.
Oh yeah, you were on with them recently too. I watched that interview.
Yes, yeah, I was on their first one where they were just Ian wanted to discuss like the legacy of Alien and how that goes into Aliens. So obviously the documentary's focused on aliens rather than than Alien.
But I'm sure it'll
I'm
go
really-
into the rest of the franchise a bit.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's going to go into how aliens like affected the wider universe with the expanded universe and stuff like that. And I think they've already announced that they're going to be interviewing some of the I'm not going to say anybody actually, just in case they haven't. But they are going to be interviewing some of the people involved with the expanded universe.
Are they gonna have fan interviews in the thing itself?
I believe it's been talked about, but I can't remember what was decided. And that's something I'd be very up for as well. I've been in two documentaries, but I think only one of them got released. To be fair, I don't think Superior Firepower's been released as yet. Yeah. Drones on me. I love the drone model in this game.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's the best looking drone since Stompy.
Thoughts and feelings. Nomad says thoughts and feelings about how Hunting Ground's newest update was
We
extremely
got Scar's
disappointing.
face! We got Scar's
Oh, they-
face, guys!
Have they actually updated? I didn't realise there'd been an update.
Yeah, I think there were 3 things in the patch notes. One of the things I think is a little lousy, though, is we did get Scar's face, but Celtic and Chopper are still just the default preds. I'm like, you guys can't just use Scar's face for them just without the scar?
Yeah.
Like, it seems like it would be more appropriate, but that would make too much sense, as Caleb likes to say.
That'd be too reasonable. There's one thing we don't do in this world, and it's common sense.
Caleb says, I was surprised they even fixed Scar's face at all, so it was more than I was expecting. Yeah, it's just not a priority for them anymore,
Drones
which
on me.
is unfortunate. Nice.
You know my motto when it comes to Hunting Grounds.
It's a shame.
It's a shame.
I still love that game, though. Like, the gameplay loop is so solid, so...
I mean, don't get me wrong. When we jump on it,
we always
I
have
just
fun.
we always have a ball.
Yeah. So, it's too bad they didn't treat it more like ongoing thing, like Dead by Daylight. But I don't know. They have access to the player counts and we don't, so maybe the game had just run its course.
There was so much meat to it, though. There was so much more they could have done with it. And it's like we said plenty of times in the past, we don't know how much the lawsuit messed up whatever plans they had. But there's really only so much forgiveness, I guess we can, or patience we can have.
But how's that Elphonic form these days, Nomad Clan? you still frequent those parts.
I hate the official forums for anything. Even the isolation ones were horrendous back in the day.
Were they? I never really checked in on them too much.
Yeah, they were. I always find the official forums tend to be just like this Mad Max style, anything goes kind of things that aren't very well moderated, and everybody's just a jerk.
Oh shit, I'm about to go down here.
Nomad says, don't go there ever.
Yeah, I can only imagine how it is these days. And I know with Ghostbusters, they were like, we're just not doing that this time around. I'm like, I do not blame you.
We're not having an official.
You can explore later. Stick with the fire team.
Well, honestly, it's been kind of a challenge for us, I think, just because like social media is so much more popular these days than old school message boards, you know, keeping that alive, keeping that interesting, that people want to come and use it. It's, you know, it can be tricky.
I don't. I never find it so much about the activity as it is just people's behaviour.
Yeah. I mean,
That's
Reddit. I would
always-
say Reddit's the biggest like forum if you want to consider that a forum.
Yeah. I would say Reddit's a forum.
Signals.
But sorry, what were you saying about the
don't-
biggest challenge? Just people's behavior.
Yeah, it's just people's behaviour. It's moderating people and managing people, and when you hit a certain level, it's just like on those when there's got to be loads and very few actual community staff. I can see why it gets a bit, wild west, but it just makes me not really go on them. That's why I don't like Facebook groups, Facebook pages in general, really, for having that kind of discourse. It's why I do just prefer our message boards.
Facebook's terrible, but it's just one of those things that's too big to fail, it seems.
It's too much of a necessity to survive.
Those are the things hunting Xenos.
Nomad says there's nobody to take charge and lay down the law after they fired that one member of the Ilphonic team.
Continue your recon.
There's always that one intern that's doing everything, isn't there?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
Was
I
it
remember
Aaron,
her. She
community
was.
manager?
Yeah, Aaron's the
no?
community manager again. Old King Hamlet, I think. They had this one woman who was there for a bit, and I thought she was really friendly and her attitude was great, but some of the things, it was like, really, you didn't see this kind of response with what you were promising, with what you were saying, like, be hyped for this update, and it was just nothing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's fair. There is, of course, a certain level of managing expectations in regards to anything.
Melina Reina? Am I saying that correctly? Hello to you as well. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome. Where? Oh,
Nice.
goddamn particle lamps. The
I
best
like-
thing they stole from the Predators. Behind.
But
Yeah, you will run.
I like the folks from Elphonic. They've always been great with us.
Yeah.
It's just disappointing that game did not reach its potential, in my opinion.
We always had good interactions with the developers. Which I think is another one of those things that makes it a little bit harder and a little bit disappointing as well. They were nice. They were nice folk over there, and it's like you said, the gameplay loop is fun. We always have fun when we're playing it. But I just don't tend to find myself wanting to really play it that much these days. Are we doing another ammo box soon? You got me before I got the plasma lancer. Nomad says one member whose name was Cass.
Oh, that's
Their
right.
actual reason the Nomad clan became popular at the time. However, yeah, there's some good Ilphonic members I knew, but it's sad sometimes.
I gotta be honest, I couldn't get into Ghostbusters. Caleb and I tried, and I couldn't get into it.
No, that's fair. I didn't even try. No, there's two of them. There's two of them now.
Got one.
Got the other.
Oh, there's another one. Oh,
He's running up.
Four big clamps. Why here and not at the other room?
Oh, he's on me. Oh, he's gonna kill me.
Attach
Yeah.
another cutter.
oh, this is because we played that car. They all decided to come here, I guess.
There's only one extra, so the other ones that are coming must be normal. White Band says, I'm hoping close to Alien Day we'll get some news about Dark Descent. If just franchise news at all. Like if there's any new books in the works.
Yeah, that'd be
After
nice.
the first like 2 years or so, I feel like Fox never really embraced the day as an opportunity for that kind of stuff.
Well, you know the new Marvel arc launches on Alien Day.
Yeah, which I think is entirely coincidental. It will be nothing. That
Oh,
was...
come on, that's got to be planned.
No.
It just happens to be on Alien Day they launched the new Alien comic. Come on,
Well,
come on now.
If it's a Wednesday, that's when comics drop.
Yeah, so they probably looked at that and be like, "Oh, snap! You know, we can just put it on this day because it makes sense."
Well, I mean, we've seen none of the official press releases have mentioned Alien Day, have they? They specifically called out that day.
I mean, you still see some like social media posts on their official channels on Alien Day. Not a lot during 2020, naturally, but 2021 it was a bit more active. 2022 it was. They'll usually at least do some merch announcements. I mean, it's not like it was before Disney, but it seems like it's coming back a bit.
I'll be quite happy, and I hope they do. I just don't really expect it. Maybe it's just my expect the worst, so you're not disappointed kind of.
You are a cynic sometimes.
But I also focus on things that I really like. I don't like to think of myself as a cynic. I like to think of myself as a realist.
Something a cynic would say. Oh, shoot.
You okay?
Yeah. I'm going for the last piece.
Ah,
shoot, it's all the way
down
around
again
there.
in a second.
Calum says Marvel's like there's an Alien Day.
We need to try and find who that community publicity folk are, and give them a. Oh, you have to come and do it. Ah! Oh, I'm dead. I do hope we don't get left in the lurch with there being no Predator game for long though. No active Predator game for long.
Yeah, because it's, you know, Alien's
was-
getting a whole bunch of stuff coming out. So give us a new Predator game. Don't make us wait as long as we did between Concrete Jungle and Hunting Grounds.
Especially with how popular Prey has been. You know? That has got to have proven something to studios.
Well, at least the drone is attacking these guys, vice versa.
Yeah. But that's what I was thinking. It would probably be a distracting one.
Here he come.
Like Nomad says, it's too bad Predator doesn't have a die. Well, we did sort of try and pick an unofficial one to push, but I don't know if we ever actually settled on anything.
Well, I don't think we ever really moved forward with that, but the one that
Well,
seems...
I mean, it was something we started on the boards.
Yeah, the
At
one
least-
that seems to make the most sense is just the release date of the original, because I can't think of anything else that really makes sense. And there was another
Unless-
fan that tried to push that before.
Unless we can find a specific dates one of the films is set over. I can't remember if that's ever really been determined.
I don't think so.
Oh, look at poor Alpha and all those Neos around him.
It's too bad the challenge isn't kill drones.
Down, Fireteam.
Yeah. The engineers really didn't want some things getting out of there. I love the idea of these plugs.
The what?
Plugs that were,
Oh.
they were blocking up the hive with.
Oh, I see. Extra nasty pathogen hive.
Oh, is it spicy? Oh, it's spicy nugget time! Coincidentally, McDonald's spicy nuggets are disgusting. Well, I mean, that's also a fair point, Nomad. Predator Day, for people who don't know about fandom, might not really give it a very positive...
Yeah.
Today we celebrate all the Predators and their fans. You know what, that was... I always used to like to keep like a Twitter feed open looking for like Alien and Predator stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was not a fun Twitter feed to have Predator open.
Yeah.
I still dislike how they think the neomorphs are
Mutated
black
xenos.
glued up. Yeah. But then again, the neomorphs shouldn't exist anywhere other than Planet 4 anyway. Just because
Really,
of the
nothing in the prequels should exist.
Well, tell us how you really feel. Nah, I still like Covenant. I still stand by it.
Oh. They're fighting.
Excellent. We should probably try and get more people from... Because we haven't really had anybody from Fireteam on the podcast, have we?
No, I think we were planning to do a podcast with them, but they
We-
were always
yeah.
so busy.
No, we were going to do a written one.
Yeah.
That just never materialised. No, we should try and like hunt down some of like the environmental artists and try approaching them again.
Definitely. Yeah, because we had on the Ilphonic guys like what 3 times I think. So.
I think it was only like I don't know. I think it was only
No. There was one before the game came out. There was another like
No.
right after, and then there was another specifically on Arnold's involvement, I think.
I don't think so, but I mean, we definitely had them on at one
Yeah.
point.
It was at least 2, at least twice.
And there's 2 potential cast ones that we've got in the works. I don't know if you've seen those. I might have to tell you off stream about that.
Oh no, I did not know about those. That's always exciting.
And I'd like to try and hunt down some people from who worked on Extinction for this
Oh,
year for the
dude.
anniversary.
That would be awesome. That'd be a great one.
I haven't had a chance to really look at this point, but it's something I'd really like to do.
Oh man, I got biled on. That was no good.
White Band says just installed the UMP update for AVP2. I cannot wait to get our servers going. And
Yep, that's in progress.
did you ask about the second one?
Yes, I was thinking we just do one for AVP2 and one on Primal Hunt.
Well, No, I mean at this point I'm more just interested in having that OPP one going as well as just a normal one.
Yeah, that one, we'd have to look at that a bit more.
Well,
But the
that's
normal
fine,
one is
you just-
definitely
you
in
just don't-
progress.
You just choose the 2 maps and that's it.
Is the OPP like part of the ultimate map pack thing?
Yeah. There's 2 OPP maps in it.
You'll have to show me how to do that.
You just have to select them from the dedicated server setup thingamajiggy.
I think I need to come back.
Yeah, probably a good idea. No, Alpha! Kaylin says, I don't mind the idea of the... Well, I don't mind the idea of the black goo infecting plants, creating spores that eventually becomes neomorphs on other planets, but yeah, I also don't like the aliens being susceptible to the goo. Now that's one of those things that's just been inconsistent since the black goo's conception, because Fire and Stone had it being susceptible, but then Alex White said no, it makes no difference. This is fine. Alien also says Extinction had some awesome alien and predator classes. I'd love to be able to play that game on modern systems. Yeah, us too. We'll find a way, won't we, though? Even if it's just plugging it into a Elgato card. Right. Should we call that quits?
One more, but
One more?
not a full mission. Maybe just a horde.
Okay.
Because we started a little bit late.
Okay.
Which one you want to do? Lacassi
Do
Tower?
do Ruptured.
Okay. Whoops. I think I'll go back to technician on this one so we have a turret.
Okay, sounds good. So let me just quickly change the old weapon. Because I've 4-starred that autocannon. So that's all heavies 4-starred.
Yeah, I 4-starred the last one I was using, so the Thunderbolt. So the only one I have left is the 2B1 Vajra, but I don't like it. It's not that good. I like the other Alpha Tech weapons.
There's a leak in Katanga's cisterns. We're gonna bypass it. I'll walk you through the repairs. There's a lot of Xenos in the area.
I still feel like
Anything
the
we mess with is
Barrage
gonna bring
Flechette
waves of 'em down your
SMG,
heads.
the X43, is the best SMG in the game.
I don't know, I like this one. I can't remember what it's
Oh
called.
yeah, that was the one I was just using in the last one. A bomb situation sounds good.
I've admittedly not memorized the all the names of the new weapons in this game.
And you call yourself a fan.
I know. I'm a disgrace. Boop 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 boop. Let's go clean that cistern.
Fireteam, we've got to restart the pumps in Lacassi Tower's freshwater cistern. We start at the bottom and work up. Each repair is gonna draw a shitload of Xenos. Get prepped.
You know what I would love to see more of in the game is environmental sort of traps that you can do. So like you have all this water here. So I mean, not necessarily this example, but you know, you could run electricity and set up like environmental traps like that. You know, it was one of the things I was kind of hoping for in a sequel from Blackout is you know, like trying to lure the aliens into airlocks and stuff like that.
I am curious. Sorry, go ahead.
I'd still love to see a sequel to Blackout. You know, I think they had further they could take that concept, that gameplay mechanic.
Yeah. Yeah, agreed.
Anyway, sorry, you were saying.
I'm curious about what that new enemy is in Dark Descent.
I hope they don't jump the shark. I really do, because I'm not sure what they could be doing with it. I kind of hope it's just a little bit like the Bugmen, from the Clothing Marines comic, but I don't want like no space zombies or. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I am admittedly a bit apprehensive about it. That particular element, like the game in general, I can't bloody wait for. But I'm just genuinely so excited for Dark Descent.
Yeah, me too.
And that launch trailer was fantastic as well.
Yeah.
You know, that was another one of those. Why can't I not have a CG alien movie? There has been some fantastic CG cinematic trailers.
Yeah, both Colonial Marines and Isolation had really good ones.
And I mean, even for the time, Extinction had that really cool intro movie. You know, that was another one of those moments where I was like, why is there not a Roughnecks Chronicles Aliens show? Though admittedly that would have been a little after Roughneck Chronicles, but you get my point. Nomad Clan says, did we ever do a podcast with people who worked on Concrete Jungle? No, we haven't. Something I'd love to do at some point as well. I mean, it's fortunate, but it's also a little disappointing in some ways, is because there has been so much content coming out. You know, we play catch up with what's coming out quite a lot, and it doesn't always leave us much time to do retroactive stuff, older stuff. So you know, that's a bit of a double-edged sword kind of thing, but you know, that's something I'd love to pursue at some point as well. I'd love to have people involved in all the games. You know, there's one of the producers of the Jaguar game I know is online, and I think I've emailed him in the past to talk about possibly coming on.
Yeah, I like the conversation we had with Alex Moore on AVP.
Yeah, that was great. It's just about the time, you know. There's so much I want to do. It's purely just about finding the time to prep and record and then edit.
There's one stuck. Oh, yep, there he is.
Rebuild your defenses. See the equipment
I
cabinet
need
in
to
the corner? You can access that to requisition supplies.
create
You
up.
get requisition credits after each attack. Choose carefully.
White Abaddon says, currently playing Survivor and AVP2, maybe picking Pred Alien wasn't a great choice. I love Survivor mode. I really do. I think it's brilliant. Where are we defending, Adam? Where are we defending?
Down here, right? Or up there?
Okay. Hasn't kicked off to the next bit yet, has it? I'll tell you what, another thing we've got to pick, Adam, is what game mode we're going to play, because you can't change for the AVP2 event, because you can't change the game types on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
So do we use the opportunity to like do evac day?
Yeah.
So we'll just pick a game mode and stick to that for the duration of the night. I think evac for the first one would probably be nice, actually, because that was one of the definite unique modes. Nomad Clan says, speaking of concrete jungle, I'm trying to see if I can get a modder to help create a Nomad Predator skin mod for concrete jungle, you mean? Imagine that one will be a difficult one. How many waves is it? Is it 10 waves?
Mm-hmm.
We're heading back down. Oh.
Nope. I'll defend here.
Come on. Got him. There you go.
Heading back.
Don't relax just yet, Marines. Sorry, Alpha. I love it when the guitar kicks in as well.
Yeah, this game did have such a good soundtrack. I know it was pretty unconventional, but it was way good, in my opinion.
Nomad says, does AVP2 have an XP or level up system? Never played the game nor the multiplayer. No, it does not. It very much predates that kind of thing, I'm afraid. You just played for the fun of it. God forbid the days when we did that. But you know, back then, if you wanted to have a skin, you made the skin and put it in the game. You know, you made your own maps, and you could make your own story campaigns, and they didn't need to force you to incentivize you. Sorry, to
Keep playing.
keep coming back. The game just did it by the virtue of itself.
Those were the days, man.
I used to love going on evp2files.com, downloading random maps and random skins and just loading up a server and having a little explore around. Wasted many a nights doing that. So is AVP2 the very definition of fan service? I wouldn't say it's the definition of fan service. It's just how games used to be, you know. You used to be able to create your own stuff. And it was up to the fans to make that content that they wanted. I did always like the AVP movie skins and maps and stuff though. I always had a soft spot for them. It's why I'm obsessed with like the OPP thing. Because, you know, I used to test some of the maps back then, but I never really got to play many games in them. Like I used to love like people doing the Celtic skins. You know, that was the big one because that was such a unique design back then. Now I'd be thrilled to see like the AVP2 designs in things. Caleb says, these days all the stuff you've got to pay for. We're being very old man shouts at Cloud today, aren't we? When I were a kid. When I were a lad.
Well, some things never change. We're still playing Alien games.
Oh, yes. I hope that never does change. Give me a fresh cycle of Alien games, please. Although the new stuff, by all accounts, seems to be playing on your own. Still think maybe one day we should do a showcase of random custom AVP2 things. Or just do some Let's Plays of like the custom maps.
Yeah, or the single player, like Under the Hunter's Moon.
Yeah, and then there's Hostile Appetites, which was like an Aliens sort of prequel where you played the alien infestation of Hadley's Hope. Yeah, they back then they used to be regular features of like skin of the week and map of the week and stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff I miss. You know, being able to generate that kind of content. Because there was that kind of content being generated by the community, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I used to love seeing like all the random things that some fan had put together.
Yeah, it was the players that were responsible for the live service.
Yeah. Nice. And Nomad says, I heard you play as different classes in AVP2. Is that true? Yeah, it is. You can play as the light, you can play as the heavy, you can play as the standard. At least for Predators. And then Aliens, you had the drone, the runner, the Praetorian, the Pred Alien.
The warrior.
Well, that was just the drone in the game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But then you also had like the life cycle mode you could turn on, where you start the game as a face hugger, and then you have to obviously face hug somebody. And what class you emerged as would depend on who you face hugged.
I never
which was
played
cool.
that much because people would just stand over the bodies that had been face hugged and
Yeah.
waited for you to pop out and kill you.
That was always a bit annoying, but I used to hate it more for the fact that I found it annoying trying to watch out for the face huggers.
And Kalen points out you could turn into a queen if you got enough kills without dying. Yeah, she was a kill streak.
Yeah.
I think she's one of two games where you could play as the queen, the other being AVP Evolution.
You get to be the queen in
Oh,
Evolution.
oh,
huh?
and Extinction, I guess. I guess that
Sure.
kind of counts.
I don't remember being the queen in Evolution.
It was like a bonus level that they added after the game released.
That was still a surprisingly good game.
Mm-hmm.
We had some really good mobile games.
Yeah. I don't think we've ever had a really bad one. At least not in recent
Well,
memory.
should we say the newer generation
Yeah.
mobile games? I never played the old ones,
I didn't either, yeah.
and that was purely for the fact that, you know, I was a teen and I had no money.
I would like to try them on emulator sometime. That'd be cool.
I do have a bunch saved. I played like there's a random AVPR one that has absolutely nothing to do with AVPR. Got another warrior coming in. Nomad says, I miss fails of the week for Halo games. Those are absolutely the best. Yeah, I used to love the... was it Rooster Teeth used to do them for fails of the week for Halo Reach? I used to love those. I used to really love Battlefield Friends and stuff like that. Although, there's a bunch of Australians who do a good sort of live action kind of
cinema thing.
No, it's all live action. Viva La Dirt, something like that. They do some really funny things. They used to. I think I came to them because they did some PUBG related videos. But they do like loads of MMO-ish, kind of fantasy-ish, kind of stuff. Rooster Teeth was my favourite YouTube to watch Halo fails of the week. Out of memories. Yeah. I agree with you, Nomad.
They're not quitting.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Wouldn't it be great if we saw the kind of games where it let us do things like fails of the week? Or, you know, top plays of the week?
Yes. Yes, it would. There's a sign of a successful game these days when you just have, you know, a lot of engagement and interaction with your community. But we didn't have the whole streaming phenomenon back then, too, so it was just much more,
True.
like you said, having fun, community focused. Not that our streams aren't fun. We like having fun streams.
I was gonna say, I thought I was always sort of worried about coming on and being boring for 2 hours and nobody wanted to watch, but no, I really enjoy coming on and having a play. It helps that we do try and cycle around things, you know, like we did with like the arcade game and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that's always good. There's a lot of streamers out there that just have their one game and that's all they play. Which, I mean, is fine if you want to be that kind of streamer, but then you're just relying on the longevity of a game and you don't know if it's going to last, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the game, doesn't it? When you play in a multiplayer game where everything could be different each time, it's a lot different to scenario-based things like this. And to some degree, hunting grounds, you know, as well.
Oh, I'm in a pickle here.
Alright, one of them's coming after me. Oh, I'm down. Nomad says they're planning on doing a GMV for Predator games. Any music you'd recommend?
Oh
other than
my
the
god,
obvious.
this is not so here. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
this
get to
got
you.
a bit. Oh no, there's a warrior coming to you.
Damn.
Oh,
Right on the last one, too. No. Well,
that's fine.
unfortunately, on that note, we must leave you all to your Sundays.
Indeed. Hopefully we'll be doing the community thing next weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll try and get that set up.
Okay, but that'll be an off the stream thing,
Yeah.
so that'll just be something on the Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
If you're interested, again, you know, we're organising these things through the Discord, so please join us on there. Caleb, if you could post up an invite for us while we're just finishing up, that'd be nice. So just come join us. Events are posted there. We're aiming for 2 a month going forwards, starting on the first Saturdays of the month. We'll rotate around the games. Obviously we've done Cloning Marines, we've done 2010, and now we're aiming for AVP2. And I guess we've decided it's going to be an evac event this time, which I'm perfectly fine for, because that, along with Survivor, is one of my favourite modes for AVP2.
Yeah, definitely.
We haven't decided what we're streaming next week, have we?
No, we'll figure it out.
We don't tend to decide until the day, to be fair. But we'll see you next week on Sunday, usual time, for 2 hours of Alien and Predator nerdiness.
Yep. Take care, everyone.
See ya.